From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Friday, January 15th, 2016. Silver is trading at $13.85 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,080 per ounce. And according to BitcoinAverage.com, the average price of Bitcoin is $421. Antiwar.com reports, after some questions and premature reports earlier in the week, Iran has confirmed that they have finished removing the core of the Arak heavy water reactor and that the IAEA inspectors are already visiting the site on Thursday. This appears to be among the last steps for Iran's implementation of its obligations under the P5+1, and the Iranian Atomic Energy spokesman said they believe that implementation day, when the IAEA affirms full compliance, is close at hand. That does appear to be the case, and there don't appear to be any meaningful obstacles left for the IAEA to issue that statement. There was speculation it could come this week or early next week, obliging the P5+1 nations to begin sanctions relief. The Rouhani government of Iran is keen to get that sanction relief in place before next month's election, allowing them to run as a reformist faction that delivered on the promises of righting relations with the international community after decades of acrimony. Bitcoin Not Bombs is a launching pad for nonprofits and social entrepreneurs into the financial freedom of the Bitcoin economy. Bitcoin Not Bombs offers premium publicity campaigns designed to facilitate an organization's adoption of Bitcoin as a payment system and to fully capitalize on that decision in their fundraising efforts. To learn more, visit bitcoinnotbombs.com. Reuters reports Twitter is being sued by the widow of an American killed in Jordan who accuses the social media company of giving a voice to the Islamic State, adding to the pressure to crack down on online propaganda linked to terrorism. Tamara Fields, a Florida woman whose husband Lloyd died in the November 9th attack on the police training center in Amman, Jordan, said Twitter knowingly lets the militant Islamist group use its network to spread propaganda, raise money, and attract recruits. Lawyers specializing in terrorism said Fields faces an uphill battle, though the case could lead to more calls for social media companies such as Twitter and Facebook to take down posts associated with terrorist groups. In her complaint filed on Wednesday, Fields said the San Francisco-based Twitter had until recently given the Islamic State an unfettered ability to maintain official Twitter accounts. The complaint filed in the federal court in Oakland, California, alleges without Twitter, the explosive growth of the Islamic State over the last few years into the most feared terrorist group in the world would not have been possible. Fields wants Twitter to pay her triple damages for violating the Federal Anti-Terrorism Act by having provided material support to terrorists. Twitter said in a statement about the civil lawsuit, violent threats and the promotion of terrorism deserve no place on Twitter, and like other social networks, our rules make that clear. For nearly 40 years, Roberts & Roberts Brokerage has been a trusted source for buying and selling precious metals like gold and silver. They also take Bitcoin for precious metal purchases and have permanently removed the minimum purchase amount for all orders paid in the digital currency. Call Roberts & Roberts today for knowledgeable advice on buying and selling precious metals and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 800-874-9760 or visit online at rrbi.co. UPI reports an Alabama police officer who had been tried twice over civil rights accusations that he used excessive force during a rough physical takedown of a 57-year-old Indian man on a sidewalk last year was excused by a judge on Wednesday, this time for good. Officer Eric Parker had faced as many as 10 years in prison for the charge, which stemmed from an incident last February during which he forced Sharish Bahai Patel onto the sidewalk in a manner that prosecutors and relatives said was criminally excessive. U.S. District Court Judge Madeline Hughes Hakala, though, ruled after 2 trials ended with hung juries that Parker will not be prosecuted again. Parker's attorney had filed a motion to acquit and argued that prosecutors failed to support the civil rights charge of deprivation of rights under color of law and asked the judge to toss the case. U.S. Attorney Joyce White Vance criticized the judge's decision on Thursday, saying the evidence viewed in the light most favorable to the government was sufficient to let a jury decide whether a crime was committed. Instead, the judge has ruled the case is over and there will not be a retrial. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.